I am super excited about today. I got a little upgrade we're gonna be putting into this Kodiak tent. Only thing better than a canvas tent is one that has a wood burning stove. And after today, this one's gonna have one. So join me if you want to see how to install it, everything you need in order to get one installed correctly and safely so that you can use it when you go camping. Let's do it. Okay, before I take you inside to show you the stove, I wanted to give you an idea of what we're installing it in. This is a Kodiak Canvas tent. It is the 10 by 14 foot, and it is the deluxe model. So it has these triangle windows on either end, so you get ventilation on all sides. You might have seen it in the last video that I did with the family. If not, definitely have a look at that. We use this as sort of our living room. Hang out in here, cook if it's bad weather or bad bugs, whatever the case might be. And then we camp and actually sleep in the rooftop tent on my trailer. So that's the tent. Now, let's go in and I'll show you the goods. So here it is. This is the Winnerwell Woodlander. It's the medium size. You can see here, medium. I opted for the one that just has the window in the front. It's got tripod set up for the legs. Those are springs, so you can just grab them, fold them in, fold them out. It makes it really quick to get it set up and put it away. The top here does come off so that you can access the flame inside if you want to put a pot on top to cook on it. As you can see, it's got all of the pipe. Well, not all of it. I'll show you some extras that you're going to need if you're going to do this same thing. But this is what it would be if you just had to go straight up out. So we'll show you more about that. So what else do you need? You buy the stove, you're going to need a few other things in order to get this done. First thing is you're definitely going to need this flashing kit. This is what's going to be installed in the tent right up there, and it's got this silicone so that it's not going to burn up your tent. This guy right here is just basically a little insert. If you're not going to use the tent with the stove, you can just put this in there and it will keep all the critters and all the weather out. So got those two, and then we also need triple wall pipe. All the medium stoves from Winnerwell, they all have a 2.5 inch diameter chimney. So you want to make sure that you get the triple wall pipe that is also the 2.5 so it will match up. So gotta have that. That is the piece that's going to stick out and interface with this silicone flashing. They have great, this is a bag that the stove, once it's all folded up, these fold in, and once you get the legs folded in underneath it, you can pick it up here and the whole thing just slides right into this. Inside here I've got a couple other things. This is an ash scraper that comes with it. Also just fits inside the body of the stove. It's got a kind of a belly to it so that you can scrape out the ashes at the bottom of the stove when you get a lot build up. And then it's also got this little forked situation going on in the end, and that's to be able to, you can take this little insert out and put it back just using this when it's hot.
Also is a good fire stoker, so that's cool. And then this is sold separately as well. It's just a brush to be able to clean out the soot that gets stuck in your chimney after continued use. So when you're done using it, you just shove this in there a few times, get all that stuff out, and it's going to prevent fires from happening up inside the chimney and just keep everything running well. So you got to have one of those. The other thing I picked up, this is the fireproof mat that you would put underneath the stove as you're going to burn it. It's a really nice felt. You can see the texture of that. And then on the other side, it's got this reflective material. So it's going to protect my tent floor from heat and any sparks that pop out as I'm using the tent. Let me show you a couple other things. On either end, this right here, this guy is a little water tank. So they have a lot of other accessories you can get with these stoves. I really like this one. It basically has the shape of your pipe, and it just sits right on the back of the stove. And then this right here opens up, and you can fill that with water. Heats up pretty quick, and then your little spigot on the side allows you to get your hot water for cooking, cleaning up, hot chocolate, whatever you want to do. Works so well. Heats it up quick, and that holds, geez, I would have to look at the exact amount, but I think it's 3 full Nalgene's 32 ounce, so around 100 ounces of water, which is surprising for what it looks like, but it holds quite a bit. And then the last thing over here is you need 2 of these 45-degree pipes. So if you picture it here, one is going to come and connect it so it will shoot it out at a 45, and then the other one is going to make it so that the chimney goes straight up outside. So that's just to do your bend in the pipes so that your chimney isn't just sticking out at a weird angle. That's going to make it flow really well. So that's everything we need. Let me show you what I've got set up here. Grabbed a few tools. I've got a hole punch, a screwdriver to make the holes just a little bit wider if I need to, and then a Sharpie. And then here's where you can see where that 45 comes into play. That's going to shoot it out the wall at a straight angle. So that's what we want. What I did to set this up is I've got this right here is that brush that I showed you earlier. It's the wire brush. Can you see? So I just shoved that straight into the pipe. So this is coming out right in the center. And this is the piece that you put in if you're not going to use the stove. So I've just got it mocked up here. So it's right in the middle. You see that? And then I'm going to use my Sharpie and just color in each one of those holes. You can see I've got all the holes marked now. So I'm ready to actually make a hole in the tent, or 6. Okay, we've got daylight coming through 6 holes. So now I just take this screwdriver and we're gonna make the holes just a little bigger. Obviously you wouldn't want to use a knife for this because you don't want anything that's gonna tear one way or the other. So I'm just making these a little bit bigger so they can be, so that the screws that came with it, with the flashing kit, will be able to slide through a little easier. Okay, so now we're ready for the actual flashing kit. And this is what comes in it, pretty simple. Okay, so what I did is I took all these wing nuts out, and then I just removed the silicone from between them. So now I've got 2 individual rings, and I have a very beautiful helper. Say hello.
Hi.
So she's gonna take this ring outside, and I'm gonna have this ring in here, and we're gonna install it like that. Ready, set, go. See how good of a helper she is? It's fantastic. It's the last one. So just push through. There it goes. Lined up.
Hold on. Not yet. Okay, that's good.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Grab your favorite box cutter. This happens to be mine. It has my name on it. Not because I put it there, that's just the brand. You ready, Ava? We can't go back. This is it. So, what we'll do is we're just gonna cut an X. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. Here we go. Oh. Oh, there it is, Ava. And just like that, we got a hole in the tent. Tried to get it as close to that ring as possible. And now all we got to do is uninstall these things, put our silicone in and put it back in, and we are finished. So, here we go. That's what it looks like. It's gotten windy, so it was a little bit of a struggle. Definitely couldn't have done it without Ava. One thing to note, you want to make sure that your silicone is on the inside of the tent instead of just your ring touching the tent on the inside. That's going to make it, when it rains, it's not going to seep in. And the other thing is, it's creating a barrier between your tent and the hot stove pipe, because it folds in and comes all the way up. If you put this ring close to the tent on the inside, then you're exposing the fabric to the hot pipe. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you see the red circle on the inside of the tent, not the outside. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, here we go. So we've got this. I'm just gonna feed it through. Just like that. She's installed. What do you think, Ava?
It's awesome.
Come over here, let's look at it. Looks like it was meant to be. Okay. And there's our other 45, which lets it go straight up all the way to the spark arrestor. All right, well, thanks for watching. Hopefully that helps. If you have questions, please let me know. And we look forward to going on our next camping trip, right? Where we'll have this in action. You can see how we use it. But thanks, and hope you guys have a great one. Bye.